We're live. Hello. Welcome. Happy Monday. TGIM. It is time for the Vintage Rescue Squad. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I see we've got some lovely friends here in the chat. We have Chris and we have Amy and Punk Funk and Toledo. Hello, Toledo. And I saw Virginia and Tiggy's Tiger. And of course, our girl, Michelle, is in there. She's listening, but you all know she's going to be in there chatting and typing. Michelle can't sit quietly in the corner. I mean, we just know she's not going to be sitting quietly in the corner.
If she did, I'd be worried. I'd be like, girl, are you okay?
Someone send a welfare check out there.
Oh.
And then we've got Calypso Antiques and all kinds of friends. I think I saw Mazzy and Hope, Diane, all kinds of friends. Welcome. It's so fun seeing everybody here. Okay, so, and then Tiger said, and Dolores. He said hi to everybody. Hey, Dolores. So, welcome. We've got some fun friends tonight joining us. We have, my go-to Michael, my co-host Michael from the Cult of Vintage, who, by the way, put out a freaking amazing video today. So if you have not checked out Michael, the Cult of Vintage YouTube channel and his video, you need to go and do that now because, don't watch it right now, but you can subscribe right now and you can watch it later.
Mm-hmm. You can.
Yeah.
Right before you go to bed, it'll give you nightmares.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you are claustrophobic, you may not want to watch it before you go to bed, but maybe you do. All right. So we will go ahead and get started with the lovely lady that is sitting to, I think, the right or the left. I don't know. She's sitting next to me. Miss Dolores, why don't you go ahead and tell a little bit about yourself, where people can find you, and whatever you think people should know as an introduction to you.
Hi, I'm Miss Damn Jewelry Dolores, and I live in the UK, and you can find me on YouTube as Miss Damn Jewelry or Instagram as Damn Jewelry UK. The Damn are my initials, so it's not like,
like, oh, damn. It's the
not like
jewelry show.
And I've lived in the UK for 21 years now.
Wow. That's amazing.
And you ain't got no accent, too.
Pardon?
I said you didn't get an accent.
No.
No, but I bet everybody over there loves your accent.
Well, they always, at work, they always shout y'all at me. They shout, y'all. That's all they say.
Yeah.
Dolores, do they call you a Yankee?
Oh, child, they try.
Ooh, Lord, I knew it too. I was like, she's gonna be like, did you just call me?
Did you just call me?
I said, I'm from Texas, y'all. I'm not no Yankee now.
Well, I do want to talk to Dolores a little bit about the things that she can find over in the UK, because that is a dream of mine, because there is like legit old stuff over there. I mean, like, not like from the 1950s. No, we're talking like from the 1750s and old stuff. So I wanted to pick her brain a little bit about that. But then, so make sure that you guys, and everyone's channel is linked down in the description. So make sure that you do go and subscribe to their channels. Dolores had a great video today where she went to a car boot sale. It makes me feel like I'm so fancy when I say that. It's a car boot sale, which we call just a garage sale, basically, or flea market, right?
Flea market,
yeah. But it's a car boot sale, And so make sure that you go check that out. She found some pretty amazing things. And like, I'm with you on the spoons. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah. Looking for the spoons is absolutely. And then down below, look at this majesty down below. Dolores, look at all the sparkle and the shine.
The bling.
Oh, look at this shirt on and everything.
I'm representing.
You are representing. I love it. Well, Daniel, you've made an entrance. Now let everybody know who you are.
I am Liberace. Oh,
yay!
Whoa.
I knew I liked you, Daniel. I knew I liked you.
Anyways, my name is Daniel. I am a part-time reseller. I do eBay, but I have not been listing on it very much lately because I'm lazy. You can find me here on YouTube at Tacky is Me. You can find me on Instagram as Tacky is Me because I'm tacky.
And I love it. Because I'm tacky too. Michael's tacky. Dolores, are you tacky?
Oh God, I mean, have you seen my hair?
Well, yeah, but you are in England where a lot of people probably don't appreciate the tackiness like we do. Possibly, maybe, or is there plenty of tackiness?
You ought to go on the high street on a Saturday afternoon. They tacky, all right.
Yes. Oh, I would love that.
They're getting that elevated tacky.
Yeah,
right
up here.
yeah. They're tacky with their thumbs up. Tacky.
Yeah, with their pinkies up.
their pinkies up. Their pinkies up. So Daniel has a YouTube channel too. Make sure that you do subscribe to Tacky is Me. If you are tacky, I mean, and who isn't? Because we like the tack. Uppity tacky, Dolores says. They're the uppity tacky in the UK. Fancy tacky. So
messy tacky.
Yeah. I'm like a plastic and crudely painted tacky. That's kind of my aesthetic as far as my tackiness goes.
I'm the seashells that you attach to all the stuff.
Oh, Michael has a name for that. Michael, what's
Trash-tastic. We love that.
Trash-tastic. That's great. The trash-tastic. I do want to say, Katie says, Daniel, you are looking fabulous tonight.
Why, thank you, Miss Katie.
Everyone's wanting to go to your brooch. Big panda.
That is on point.
It is on point. Is it heavy?
Yes, that's why it's on the hat. I tried putting it on a shirt. So it is a permanent hat brooch now. And let me get its little tail move.
Oh, it does. It's articulated?
It's stuck right now, but it does move.
Yeah. Oh, you've caught some the attention of some folks here in the chat.
Yeah, I think that looks better as a hat brooch than it would.
I kind of do too. Jody says Daniel is everything.
I'm that all the time.
And then Jody says that red hair on Dolores is to die for. You know what? I have to say that too. I would love to go that color, but I'm never brave enough. I'm chicken, and it's gorgeous.
Thank you. It's not real. I mean, my hair is real, but the
well, right.
wig.
Now, is it hard to upkeep?
Yeah. Oh God, yes. It is so hard to upkeep. It's like every 4 weeks.
Yeah. See, I don't like to sit still to have things like that done. Like it takes me everything because I get my nails done now because my nails are so thin and they break off, but I can't stand sitting in that chair. So when I go in for my next fill, I think I'm going to tell them, take them off. I'm done because I don't like sitting there for that long. I got stuff to do. I don't want to sit there for very long. Hey, I will say, guys, I do like to get a lot of our content or questions and topics, I guess is what I should say, from you guys in the chat. So if you do have any questions or comments or a topic that you want to discuss, if you could put it in all caps here in the chat, it does help us be able to see it a little bit more. And I'll try to highlight what I can see. As far as your questions go, you can ask questions about things in the UK for Dolores. Both Dolores and Daniel are pretty well versed in brooches and that sort of thing. So you can, if you have any of those sorts of questions, that would be great too. About selling brooches or collecting brooches, condition issues and that sort of thing. I mean, you can ask Michael and I things about YouTube or live sales or whatever. But I am seeing people say, or whatever, what we had for dinner,
We're here.
which I had salad for dinner. Please thumbs up. Thumbs up, Book Bewitched. Thank you so much. Oh, it's the Brooch Squad, said Jamie.
Oh, Jamie just have her Instagram, so.
I say Jamie had some brooch for sale.
This one, look, we match. I'm up with
matching brooches.
Oh, you do? I feel so naked. I feel so naked. I should have put on a brooch.
You need to get a panther.
I do. I do. All right. Let's see. I'm pulling through. I had seen some questions. Oh, hi, Vinny. Vinny's
I feel like I could get
for sale Saturday.
Something cute up here,
So Mary, and I think I saw Virginia ask this too. What is hot in the UK right now, Dolores?
Ooh.
Besides you, of course.
Old lady hot.
No.
It right now homewares like what you see behind me and all my mess. This is funny because I actually did a interview with a woman who runs a vintage shop here in my town, and we had this discussion, and she noticed that it had been like in the summertime, it's the tea dresses, the vintage tea dresses.
Mm-hmm.
But normally it is it's usually jewelry and dresses, but because of we were in lockdown, a lot of people got into vintage homewares. Vintage decor because they're home and they just want to make their house look nice. And also the 80s. But
there it is. And Europe is always ahead of the US. There it is.
80s. And the big thing here is clothing. A lot of resellers resellers sell clothing.
Really?
Yeah.
I did too. Hated it, and we'll never do it again.
Yeah, I'm not. I won't do clothing. I mean, it's just.
I'm not a fashion forward person. I just don't. I don't get into fashion. I don't care about fashion.
Right, and I don't have a waist this big either, so
no,
I'm not going to fit into.
Never have, and never will.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of people say. Virginia asked that too. Pamela. Dolores, what are the trends in the UK? Does the UK like the items that we typically have here in Canada and the US?
Yes, I do well with American items. When I was in lockdown and couldn't go out to source, I had to source on eBay for my Etsy, and or on Facebook Marketplace or what have you.
I think a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
and there is not anything wrong with it.
Oh no, it's not. This is not my preferred way to shop.
Yeah,
and if I found things on eBay that were American, they sell quite well on my Etsy.
Really?
So they do. Yeah, they do like a lot of the American items that I can source. It's a lot of it goes in waves. Sometimes I'll do a whole week of I just sell all brooches, and the next week it's like homewares, and the next week it's something. It's just or hair combs, like vintage hair combs, or barrettes. Hair accessories sell really well for me, and but the 80s are really coming back in a lot of even in homewares, even in clothing homewares. That's what's going on here.
Do you think it's like the 80s as far as like the kind of the Art Deco style 80s?
Yes. Yeah. I don't think it's the geese with the blue bows.
Oh, Lord. Thank you.
I think it's that trend.
No.
Yeah. Like
the Little House on the Prairie.
No.
Yeah, no. And you understand the things that were popular in the US in the 80s were different than here in the 80s.
So what was big in UK in the 80s?
Well, I mean, I more of the like new wave, bright colors, poppy, that all, that kind of like industrially stuff.
Okay.
In the 80s. Because in the 80s, obviously in the UK, and I don't want to speak for a whole culture of people, but in the 80s, they weren't it wasn't as, well, how do I say it? It wasn't as, not wealthy, but we had Margaret Thatcher here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
And
yeah.
you had a lot of people who lost jobs in the
Yep.
coal mining industry because she ended that. So
Right.
you had somewhat of a lot of people weren't as, didn't have as much money as they do now. So, it was a lot of industrial, easy to, buy, easy to, sometimes make, because, they weren't as prosperous as they had been prior
Right.
to all the coal mines closing. Because where I live is a coal mining village that was originally a coal mine. And for years, it was, before I moved here, it was quite derelict.
Wow.
And now it's gotten,
It's
gotten
thriving.
funding. It's gotten better. It's like gentrification almost.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good.
You know what I
Good.
mean? Yeah, it's great.
I see. Okay. Vintage and Vino said, Daniel, you're so fun. You resell part-time. What else do you do?
Oh, hey.
Not much.
Well, what is your 9 to 5?
I am a library assistant.
Oh, nice. That's got to be
Oh,
so
yeah.
calm and relaxing, or is it?
Oh,
It's interesting.
So is
That
it
was
not always
diplomatic. Okay.
You do deal with the public.
do they get
Enough
up?
said.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel that.
Yeah. I know you understand. I was in retail for 17 years, so.
yeah.
I feel that.
Yeah.
But it is dealing with the public, and I'm not saying it's unpleasant or anything, but you have your days.
Yep. Yep. It isn't as easy as it sounds, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a wonderful opportunity to provide people with free access to like computers or to books or to knowledge. So
Yeah. That's a positive way to look at it. So I appreciate that. That's a great way to look at it. It's always important, I think, to try to turn something that is a little bit maybe unpleasant to turn it into something positive. So I appreciate that you did that. And there, with any job, even with our job as me being a full-time reseller, there is parts of it that I don't like. I do love shipping though. I'm the weird one that I don't like taking pictures. And
Okay.
that's I don't like taking pictures, but everything else is great. But yeah, there's bits to every job that's good and bad. So, but working with the public has probably a little bit more times than not. It's a little bit more stressful. But Virginia says that she put on earrings for tonight, so she's gotten all fancy. She's gotten fancy for our fancy.
Just for tonight, Virginia. I see how it is.
I see Anna A has asked, great is fine, and we'll get to that. That is a very hard question to answer, I think. So be thinking about that, and we'll come back to it, because it isn't something that you can just blurt off. It's something that you have to think about. At least I do. Kitty Cat, hello. What do each of you see as the current sleepers that will become popular in the coming year? That's a good question. Michael, do you have anything to add?
I'm telling you, I am on a personal mission to bring clear glass and a plain cream ceramic, maybe with a little gold, maybe with a little silver, but keeping it, as much as I love the trashy, I love the simplicity of that look. It is year round. You can get it very inexpensively. You can buy very high end. You can get the inexpensive stuff to look very high end. You can change it up just so simply with full fillers and flowers. There's a timeless elegance to those pieces. So I think that I would like to think that people are, especially after being in lockdown, especially after kind of seeing like the whole farmhouse thing, is like there's more of an emphasis on a simplicity. So it's not so overly patterns. It's not the bright colors. it's something very soothing, something elegant, calming, and again, that can really last, I think, for generations. So that's where I'm at. But that's what I want to see. I don't know if it's really what will happen.
Daniel, what do you think?
I'm with Michael, clear glass, because as I discovered, when I first started, I bought a bunch of crap. I mean, you just do when you start out. You
Absolutely
buy things that you think. So I had this clear glass, and I thought it's never going to sell, so I just put it in a box. Well, I got my black light out, and I was playing around with it, and I found 3 pieces of clear glass that had a faint green glow to it.
There you go.
You shouldn't pass it up. And I also discovered from the Dollar Tree these battery-powered lights that changes color. You throw those in anything clear, and they make a rainbow.
There you go.
It's wonderful. So clear glass.
Yeah, I think so too. What about you, Dolores? What do you think? Or what do you hope?
I think now that children who grew up in the 80s and are now adults are looking for that what their parents had in the 80s. I honestly believe that. Because I do a lot of different things in my Etsy shop, and a lot of things I do find are from the 80s, and they sell quicker than a lot of my 50s stuff.
Yeah, I think so. And I think people that are in the 40 to 50-year-old that are kind of have that money that they can kind of spend, that this disposable income, I guess, discretionary, that they're kind of buying things back that they had in their childhood. I think you're right with that too. I think it's very important. And I think this is a great question because when we're outsourcing for things, we can kind of, see these things and maybe start picking them up and trying them a little bit and see how they do. And they're sleepers right now. That doesn't mean that we may get top dollar for them right now, but things that we kind of see trending back. Michael, one thing Daniel said, clear glass. I kind of am leaning towards, uranium glass is all the rage right now. I'm seeing pink depression glass slowly egging in just a little bit, not a lot. I don't go out and buy it all, but I see it because it's kind of bringing in that Art Deco, 1980s, the pinks and the greens. And so I'm kind of seeing that because I'm seeing blues coming back in a little bit too.
Well, those were popular, especially, think about like when you talk about the 80s decor, and in particular, it's funny because I was talking about this with Jocelyn today, but it's those pastels. It's that pink pastel, that blue, the green, and the yellow. But it was those 4 colors when you really, it was those 4 colors in those chalky pastels.
Yep.
You just saw over and over and over.
Yeah.
But
So I think I see the pink depression glass just kind of be like, oh, remember me? But and you have to be like the legit pink depression glass, not necessarily the repops and all that, but like the legit pink depression glass. Yeah. I also see, gosh, I had it in my mind and I can't think of it now. Oh, ephemera, books, paper goods of some sort. I see that coming back. The sheet music's making gallery walls and stuff like that, using them in their decor too. But because they are Art Deco, the sheet music, a lot of it is Art Deco or even the turn of the century ones. But I see that kind of slowly becoming a little bit more.
I literally just bought a 1907 comic newspaper. It's like 3 pages, but I just totally plan on framing it. I'm not going to cut it. I'm not going to, I won't be able to see the back, but I bought it for the front.
Right. And I think that I think us as resellers, if we start introducing those types of things on how people can use things in their decor, an inexpensive thing to make a statement in your room, I think is an important, or in your space is an important thing because it's so customizable. You know, you can customize it. Christine says, can you elaborate on why you think Longaberger baskets are going to be collectible?
We don't get on here.
I think the ones, because they're not being made anymore. I think that I don't think that they're quite there yet, but I think maybe in 20 years from now, they're going to be pretty hot. There's going to be specifications, I think, on them, on certain makers, certain signatures, certain years, certain designs. I will say that on Patrick's channel, Trusty Huckster Mercantile, he had Cindy from Mimi's Treasure Cottage on there last night. And they did a whole show on a deep dive on Longaberger baskets. So make sure that you do check out Patrick's Trusty Huckster Mercantile's channel, because they talked a little bit about that. So I highly recommend that you going out. I don't think that Longaberger baskets are right now like making tons of money, but I think in years to come that they will be. What do you guys think?
I think it's one of those nostalgia things, though. And that's just exactly what Dolores was saying. A lot of what are on trend have to do with the nostalgia factor. So as you have new generations that they're aging into an area in their life where, as Missy said, they're beginning to have more of a discretionary income. The things that they remember are the things that they want, whether it was disposed of, lost, or broken, and it somehow brings them comfort or joy in having that item in their home. And just it captures, we know it, you know, you see something and it captures a certain memory. So it's just always going to be about, as certain generations get older and certain generations pass away from us, you know, those trends then will move on.
Yeah. And you can always put more things. Daniel, you can put all kinds of brooches in baskets.
Yeah.
I'm a basket person.
I know.
I'd rather have something shiny like china or clear glass.
There you go.
I just bought a Japan chip and dip set that's hooked together, and it's china with painted flowers on it, and it's my new friend brooch holder.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
And
through that clear glass, you can see all the sparkle and shimmer and shine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know the Fire King plates that have the gold around it, and they're like divided dishes, or like
yeah.
I have brooches in that, and it shows them off beautiful.
Oh, yay. Oh, I love that. I love that.
And you can find those everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Especially like the glass baked ones.
That's why I have that as a brooch holder, because that was another one of my mistakes when I first started buying.
You know what, though? We have all done it. Every single one of us have bought things that, like, I thought, oh, I'm going to sell this VCR. Oh. No. That was ridiculous because they're heavy. So we all learn, and there isn't anything wrong with it. In fact, I have more respect from people that do have those experiences that they've learned from. So that to me it's a sign of respect, because you've gone through it. So you've learned, you're learning, you're not like asking everybody for answers, you're experiencing it and you're learning. And I think, to me, that's a respectful thing.
Mm-hmm.
There isn't.
It's an opportunity to learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is.
Me a lot then, Misty.
Yep. Well, I mean, and there is, you pay to learn. I have paid to learn. Hello, my son. Just got home from work. Tiger says, Dolores, where do you find vintage items in the UK? There's no Guccieville in the UK.
Guccieville. I go to car boot sales, which is like a flea market. Charity shops, which are thrift stores. We just call them the charity shops because all of our thrift stores are basically charity shops. I go to antique stores. I go to Facebook Marketplace. I've found things on there. So, we have a lot of good places to find stuff. What we don't have is like garage sales and estate sales. They don't do that here. That's not a thing here. They'll have house clearances where someone will clear a house, and then there'll be stores where you can go in, and it's called house clearance, store, and you can find things in there. but I usually go to like car boot sales. Oh, and we have a market, an antique market in Chesterfield. So
Sorry about the
I
siren.
go to the antique market is that's probably my favorite place, the antique market in Chesterfield.
Now, do you pay up when you go? Because like for me, I like to find things to resell at an antique mall. Are you able to do that? Yeah.
Yeah. You can find like sales. You know, some of the booths have sales. Some people just like.
Wait, let's take a moment to give everybody in those antique malls that have a sale every once in a while a round of applause, because that's how you make some money. You have a sale. You have a sale every once in a while. Every once in a while, have a sale. You'll get through some stuff. I'm telling you.
We were at one today, and let me tell you, there was a sale. There was a sale. There was a sale. There was a sale. There was 50% off sales too. I was like, oh.
And did you be like, you were like a moth to a flame, and then you were like, I wouldn't normally buy this, but it's 50% off. Or it's 10% off. 10% off. I'm gonna save that 10%. You know, have a sale. Do
you guys have sales tax over there in the UK?
We have VAT, which is value added tax. It's 20%.
It's 20%.
20%.
You pay 20% extra.
Yeah.
On a dollar.
On top of,
Michael's going.
Yeah, well, you remember we have National Health Service as well, which pays.
We won't get into that because
No, it's. I mean, I like it. I mean, I'll tell you about that. But
speak on it.
Huh?
Oh, nothing.
Yeah. Oh, it just so they have 20% value added tax, but if you go to the pound store, which is the dollar store, you're still going to pay a pound. It's already in the price. So I don't go to the store and pay a pound and it's then 20% on top of that. It's already in the price. So you don't, when you come here and you pay $5.99 for something, it's $5.99. The tax is already in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's not
Which
like
makes
$5.99
sense.
plus 20%.
That's fair. Okay. Yeah.
Which makes a lot of
so
sense.
You don't really see it.
Yeah.
Because it's like if I go back to when we go back to Houston and my husband goes, he's like, oh, this is $4.99. And then he gets to the register, goes, why are they charging me more? I was like, it's tax.
Yeah.
Okay.
See,
Not included. Yeah.
I would love, it is my dream to go over to Europe. I want to so badly, but I think I would be like running around in circles, not understanding anything, I mean, I can't do math over here. I couldn't imagine.
Oh.
Well, it sounds like it would be easier over there.
Yeah, maybe it would be.
Well, here's the thing. We use a metric system because I work.
Lord,
I have a full-time. I know, right? I have a full-time job. So in my job, I work in a laboratory, and we obviously use a metric system. We use Celsius. So that was fun to have to relearn since the third grade.
No.
Yeah. But once you do it, I've done it for 20 years, so it's, but doing it. And here's another thing. People go, well, how much is that in dollars? I'm like, well, I don't live in dollars. I live in pounds. So I used to do it when I first moved here. I'd convert in my head, and you just can't do that because I don't live in the States anymore. But I run around crazy in circles. So, I mean, you'd fit right in.
Oh, yeah. And is the beer there room temperature?
The ale is. So there's a difference. So there's ale and there's lager. And lager is cold. Lager's like your beer, like your Coors, your whatever else. I don't drink beer, so I don't know. But so like your bottled beers, like your Budweiser or your Coors, that's lager. They call that lager. The ale comes out of a pump, and it's not really room temperature. It's not ice cold where the mountains are turning blue, but it's a little. It's not like warm.
Yeah. Dolores, do they have Mountain Dew? They have Mountain Dew over there.
Lord.
Lord, girl, you better bring your own Mountain Dew.
Oh, see,
here's the
can't
thing.
do it. Cancel my trip.
Here we have a we have a what they call a sugar tax. So anything.
Oh gosh, I'd be broke.
Well, here's the thing: a lot of things have sweetener in them now because if it has the sugar in it, they charge more tax on it. So a lot of soft drinks and stuff like that have sweetener because it's not sugar. That's how they get past that. Yeah.
Well, they don't even have like larges over there, though, do they? It's all like little, like all of the serving, like the drinks and everything.
Oh no, let me tell you, obesity is a real thing here.
Oh,
We're probably the fattest in all of Europe.
Really?
UK. Yeah. We've taken, I know we do big bottles of Coke, we do big bottles of soda. We do now. Originally, when I first moved over here, no, there weren't massive, but now it's, you could walk into a store and and you'd think you were in the States. Now, yeah, we're not far behind you in that respect. In like I mean, we have Costco over here, so you know.
Yeah.
But we don't
there
have
you
Mountain
have
Dew over
it.
here.
I just, I lost some comments. Oh, good grief. I don't know why I can't go all the way up. I had a comment and now I can't see it. Let me see what I can find. I can't see half of my, I don't know what's going on.
You know who it was by?
No. Oh, I will
Katie's
say,
asking Daniel if there is one Holy Grail brooch you were looking for, Daniel.
that's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all think I'm a brooch expert, but I'm not.
You just like it.
Whatever shines and is big. Yeah, hello. But actually I do. And Katie wears it all the time. Is it Trifari? It's the Starburst one she has with all the jewelry. I want that one, Katie.
Uh-oh. He's coming for you.
It's coming for you. Ooh, daughter of the pink troll says you look good in pink, Tacky.
Thank you.
Hey,
And
Sugar
my red
Britches.
ears.
Sugar Britches is in the chat tonight.
Uh-oh.
Oh, and Patrick's here too. He says, beyond eBay and live sales, do you do Facebook Marketplace or local pickups for selling bigger items? No.
No, I won't.
I just don't do big items.
I don't do big items either.
I have stuff sitting around in boxes because I had a booth when I first started this, and I was basically paying them to hold my items. So I pulled all of it, and it's stuff that I would be afraid of shipping. So it's sitting in a box, and I'm trying to figure out what to do about it.
You'd have a yard sale.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or a boot sale.
A boot sale.
A car boot sale.
I don't like Facebook Marketplace for a couple reasons. The main reason is I just get annoyed. I mean, that's the main reason because you know, you'll post something and you know when it's sold, then you mark that it's sold. But then you'll post something and you will get, is this still available? Is this still available? Is this still available? Yes, it is still available.
Yeah.
You know, and then I've had people say that they're going to come and they don't show up. And then but I have heard a lot of people have done very, very well on Facebook Marketplace. I guess it's just, if you can not be annoyed by it.
It might be your area though too.
It could
be.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really could be. It really could be.
I don't want crazy people coming to my house. That's no way.
See, and I would have people meet me at the shop. But I get to the point now when people come in to the shop and they'll look through the windows. I'm like, go away. Go away. I'm like, go away. We're not open. Go away. Because we're not.
That was you, Misty. You made me go away.
There was some creepy creeper today, and
Daniel, was that you?
no, it wasn't. I would have let Daniel in.
We have a
But
pink
let me
shirt.
tell you, we have a five. We literally my husband has a camera in every corner of the shop, and so we can see the inside, the outside, the every corner from the front, from the everywhere. And this guy was just not. He was knock looking through the window. Emma and I were like, we were like, go away. We were hiding, but because we just got a really weird vibe off of him. And Emma was like, should we call the police? Should we call the police? So
No.
it was creepy creeper. So I think Toledo was asking Dolores, are there any estate sales? There's no estate sales in the UK.
No, they don't really do that here.
They don't do it here either.
There's little like house clearances. They hire a company to come and clear the house out, and then the house clearance company will sell all the stuff off.
But the house clearance people, they have like their own storefront to do that
They
then?
either have their own storefront or they'll sell it to antique stores. They'll sell it like that, and whatever left, then they'll go to a car boot sale and just sell it off.
Okay.
So it's very much a similar concept, only people aren't coming into the house.
Your house.
Right. They're not coming into the house. They don't do that. Yeah. No.
I love Ann Eckhart, and I watch all of her videos, and she goes to a place in Iowa, and it is a estate sale company that has a brick and mortar. And so they'll go to a home and they'll clear it out, bring it to this other location, and then they'll have hours that people can come in and shop. And I think she said at one point after so many days, the things that like they'll mark some things up, obviously, and then after 3 or 4 days, if it doesn't sell, then they have an online. They'll go to sort of like what eBay or what Goodwill does a little bit. But
Yeah.
so I think that would be a neat thing to be able to have a building where you could go into instead of going into someone's home, because sometimes you don't want to go into their homes because sometimes their homes are stinky. And you just don't always want to go. And plus, I think it takes the stigma away from it a little bit. If you're going into an estate where someone has passed away and the family's doing it, and then you see things being sold and they're upset, and so I think it kind of can take that part away from it a little bit, which would be a little bit more comfortable for a buyer.
I would do that. I haven't been to I think there was once that I was it was years ago. It was down south when we were in there, and it was just happenstance. But I can't just can't do it. I don't want to be, especially it's one thing like if it was like a moving sale, fine.
Right.
But if it's an estate sale where somebody had passed away or both people had passed away, it adds a
little something. Right.
It does.
But I think
and I know it's stuff, but
right. And then honestly, you're helping out the family in a lot of aspects because you're giving them the money that will go towards the estate but there is kind of a weird feeling about it. So I think taking it to a separate location would be I think it's a good concept, honestly. Pamela, this is a good question for you, Dolores. We're all picking Dolores's brain because we're so fascinated with this being out of the United States thing. Are the prices increasing in your charity shops like they are in our thrift stores here?
Yes. Yes, they are. Especially when we came out of lockdown and we went to the charity shops. We were like, say, what? How much you want for that? Where I know for a fact that this piece would have costed me £2 before lockdown. Now it's costing me £3 to £5, and I'm like, I understand they're a charity. I'm not about to but I kind of, I know how they work. You know what I mean? I know that their things are donated to them, and I know they got to make money, but you have to understand that a lot of that money goes to the higher ups, the people, the business side of it. And is that portion that I'm paying more for, is that actually going to help the charity that it's supposed to, or is it going into the CEO's pocket? Do you know what I'm saying? So, and I have noticed it's gone up. And I mean, you still get a deal. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to not go to charity shops, but you'll see something. And I don't know where they're getting their prices from. I mean, I think they're going on eBay and going, oh, look, this price is listed for, 15 pounds. And as a reseller, you're like, yeah, 15 pounds, I ain't paying, I'm not paying that,
Right.
So, and it's not like anything fancy. It's like, a Wedgwood trinket dish.
Mhm.
You're like, come on now, I can go, and I understand they have to make money. I'm not discounting that, but I know but I know that a lot of that money is, I need to make sure that's going to the people who the charity is for, not for the CEO or and they started putting a lot of their stuff online.
That's what Goodwill does. Goodwill does the same thing. They put it online. They do. And they're making, I think I had seen an article that Goodwill, and I'm probably getting my numbers wrong, but they made like $4 billion last year from free donations, and they've put the stuff online.
Mm-hmm.
So
does the UK have a, Goodwill, right? Or Salvation Army? Does the UK have, or are we considered the UK now, or are we just Brit?
We're the UK. No, we're the
Okay.
United Kingdom is the four.
I don't want to offend,
Oh, it's okay.
Do you have national
Yes.
thrifts? You do? Okay.
Yes, we do have Salvation Army here. We don't have Goodwill. We have charity shops called Sue Ryder, which is, I believe, for a lot of for cancer patients, a hospice, Ashgate Hospice.
Wow.
Which is for end of life, for hospice care. We have British Heart Foundation. We have quite a few. Bernardo's, which is for children. We have several. Lighthouse Charity, which is for people who have have issues with mental conditions. So we have quite a few.
Okay, mental health.
They're a lot. Yeah, I mean, now because of the even before the pandemic, the high street, what we call the high street, or the shopping areas, their rates were so high, people couldn't afford to have shops in there. So charity shops would go in there because charity shops, because they get a discount because they're charity.
There's always a loophole.
They're always, yep. So
Daniel, Pink Troll is asking you all kinds of questions. They like your pink shirt. How did you come up with your name? You should be called Glitter Brooch Man.
Well, I've been tacky my whole life. I've actually used tacky as me for email for a long time. So I just stuck with it. It just describes me to a T. So don't fix something that ain't broke.
I like that. All right, I'm scrolling up. I know and I think someone had said that Toledo had given me a super sticker earlier. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened to all of those. I can't see them. And I have to say,
I'll be right back. I got to refresh.
Okay. I'm a little disappointed because I'm streaming on Facebook as well, and I haven't seen a single Facebook comment. So if you're watching on Facebook, leave me a little comment. So it will make my heart happy. Oh, there we go. Linda, you made my heart happy. There's a Facebook comment. Linda says, what do each of you feel are some of the best states in the country for thrifting? Now, Dolores can answer this too, because Dolores is from the United States. So she members, she knows. Daniel, what do you think? I'll let you go first.
Evidently, according to Michael and Jocelyn, it's Pennsylvania. I want to go there. I've never been able to fill up a shopping cart at Goodwill, ever.
I agree.
You said Pennsylvania.
Yes.
I say Pennsylvania too.
Yes. Are you not in Pennsylvania? Michael, I don't know. I'm tacky.
Um,
Leave me alone.
He is in Pennsylvania. Michael, what are you doing? Are you hearing us? Are you with us right now?
I don't know. I feel like everybody is glitching but me right now. Like I left and came back in and everybody's like super glitchy right now. And I'm like, is it me though? Or is it, wait,
Are
everybody
we
talk.
glitching? Are we glitching,
You're
y'all?
good.
Y'all let us know.
Daniel?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay,
Wait,
good.
you got
Dolores?
Jeffree Star in your hand
I'm
right
good.
now.
I'm good.
Misty, you back to glitching right now. See, I'm not crazy,
Oh.
right?
Michael, can you hear me?
I can barely hear you.
You've got Jeffree Star lip gloss in your hand right now. I see that wand.
Oh, I do, yeah.
I was like, oh. Is it okay
Now
now?
look, I spent good money. I ain't trying to support some foolishness, but this I had spent a minute ago. And I ain't just gonna throw out good money. The money was spent, the money's in the boy's pocket. So it is what it is. I'm gonna get my money's use out of it.
I got that exact same kind. It's good.
Legends, I
clear.
have Shane Glosson only too.
Oh, I like that one better because it gives you a little bit of
That one's a little
color.
too shiny. Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. We're just having our own little side comment over here.
It goes good with my skin tone. That's why I got
it. It does. Oh, Dagny's here. I saw Randy Girl here too. Now everyone says that we're not glitching, Michael. So it must just be it just is you.
Okay, it's just me.
Yeah. So
I feel we're
everyone
all
is
good.
saying that Pennsylvania is the best area to go thrifting. I agree.
Yeah.
I
Based on what I've
have
seen. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I have 9 or 10 stores literally within 20 minutes of me, like antique, consignment malls, vendor malls. Yeah, it's pretty intense.
I Goodwill is bad will for me.
Yeah.
It's just not good. I mean, it just isn't. Although it seems like every time I have a little bit of a fit over Goodwill and I'm like, I curse them and I hate them, I'll go into a Goodwill like the next day and I'm like, oh, you're not so bad, Goodwill. I'm sorry. Didn't mean it. I take it back. But then I go in the next day and it's nothing. So I don't know. You just never know.
We only have, see, that's the thing. I only have one Goodwill and it's about 15 or 20 minutes. And it's always so barren. I'm just like, oh,
because they're putting it all on
barren.
Goodwill has an eBay store. They're putting it on eBay and their own websites.
They've got to be going more the eBay route because I was just on Shop Goodwill last night and I'm like,
Michael,
where? But you gotta see. You gotta go where it is. And if you can still occasionally, but the problem is that their shipping and handling fee is purposefully overinflated. And you can see it because you can get a shipping estimate. It is purposefully overestimated because you're getting charged handling, plus you're getting charged an extra weight and dimension on things. I don't know where they're getting it from.
And people are paying it. They're doing it. They're like, oh, okay.
That's the thing.
No, don't let Goodwill do that to you, people, and say, I'm not doing it, Goodwill. No, I am not doing it. Not.
Well, that's how you have to. That's how you have to do it. You have to do it with your wallet.
Right.
That is true. That's very true.
And I mean, the thing of it is, and I know that people will probably say, well, resellers have ruined the thrift experience because Goodwill sees that that resellers are coming in and they're profiting off of things. And it's raising the prices for the people who the Goodwill items are going, who they're wanting to serve. And I have a problem with that because you don't know, Goodwill doesn't know who is walking in your doors at any given time. And just because somebody is a reseller doesn't necessarily mean that they don't also need those services from Goodwill to buy their clothing. So you can't stereotype people that it's all the reseller's fault, because you just can't base it on that. And that is I don't know. I mean, if someone buys something for me and then they go and they resell it for more money, I'm happy. I got what I needed to get out of it. And Goodwill's like, well, I got what I needed to get out of it because I got it for free. And I mean, I know they have an overhead. I know that they have an overhead, but they're making billions of dollars a year.
Yeah, they are. Don't be fooled. They say not for nonprofit, but you know.
Well, and Jody had brought up a point too. I would rather give to a for-profit thrift store, knowing that they are putting, you know, money into a charity. And a lot of times the for-profits are volunteer ran. So I think that is a nice gesture as well, because they're putting more of the money into a charity.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all of our charity shops, the people who work on the shop floor, like on the floor of the charity shops, like in the store, they're all volunteers.
Yeah.
Every last one of them.
Oh, when I am a very old, like when I'm in my 80s, I want to volunteer at a thrift store. I do. And I want to be like, oh, look, but then they'll have like, we need to check your purse before you leave, Misty. Oh, no. This is not, no. But I love going in.
I came in with all this glassware and ashtray. Yeah.
My favorite thing about going to these volunteer rant, because a lot of times they're these, you know, older ladies who are retired and they're just kind of, you know, it's kind of like they're social. They're getting together with their other volunteers, and they are the cleanest, most organized thrift stores. They have a section, one that I like to go to, that has like all their paper goods. So they have like bundles of pencils that are all rubber band together, and like little baggies of different notepads. And it's just so sweet. It's so gosh darn sweet. And it's just so organized. It is. Now I like to dig me through some chaos. Like I like to go through what Michael went through in his video. But it also is nice just to go in and just be like, you guys are so good at what you do. I love that you organize all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's the little things that make me happy sometimes. Julia has a good question. What do you do with items that just don't sell? We've all had them.
Redonated.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just redonate them.
Well, go ahead.
Oh, I'll swap them around. So I have an eBay as well. So I'll swap them over. That's
a good idea. Yeah. What I say, if you're doing live sales and you have something that doesn't sell, my biggest advice that I can give is, if it doesn't sell, do not let that expression, like, don't let it change the expression on your face. Don't get disgusted that it didn't sell. Don't be like, nobody, really? Seriously? Nobody wants this? For
what
real?
Is wrong with you people?
Yeah, I mean, just you put it down, and it's just not that. It's not that item's day that day. It's just not the day. And then you put it on the shelf, and then in a couple weeks, not the next week, not even the week after that, maybe a month. Give it a month. Then you bring it back, because it might be that item's week to sell. There is something out there for everybody. If someone out there is looking for something that you have, maybe not today, maybe in a month from now. So it just isn't that item's day to sell. And what do you guys have anything else you wanted to touch to that? Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, I think
Tim now, not when I first started, but now I buy things that I like.
Yeah.
So then if it doesn't sell, then I just move it into my decor until I'm tired of it, and then try it again.
Yep. I think that's a good idea too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just saw someone say, where was it at? Oh, and it just reminded me of something. Do you have citywide rummage sales where you live? That's where I sell items I can't sell in my antique booth. Oh gosh. Adule. Help me, Michael. Udale. Udalelli? Look, we're going to ask the librarian how to say it, because he's good with words.
You watched my video
and reading. I'm gonna let the dog out real quick.
Udell Alley. Udell Alley.
Udalali.
Yeah.
I could probably spend the next hour and a half trying to do that. So I just will spare everybody's eardrums from bleeding. And I'll just...
Well, I want to
Allow
say
you.
that this coming weekend is my town-wide sale.
Oh.
Ooh.
So
But I have
exciting.
to say, is the majority of the time during the town-wide sales, it's all like baby clothes and baby toys.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, someone will use it.
Yeah, I mean, I used to get excited. Oh, it's after Robin Hood.
You think I would know that? I mean, I live right by Nottingham. You think I would know that?
Now, I like yard sales, and community yard sales are nice because you're not wasting your time driving all over your town looking for a sale. But I love me a church yard sale. I will stop everything I'm doing and get in my car and go to a church yard sale.
Yeah.
They're the best.
We only have one church yard sale around here.
Oh, you got more than that. You got more churches in your area, Michael.
Only one that does a sale consistently every year. Just one.
A church sale is it's just great. I don't know how to look. If people are saying yes, church sales are amazing. Church sales are the best. They are the best.
It's a spiritual experience.
Well, okay. If you think about it, a lot of the times the proceeds do benefit a mission of some sort. So yes, there is that aspect of it, but a lot of the times it's just a hodgepodge of like 15 or more hundreds of different people's donations that they've just brought to this church. And it's just a hodgepodge of everything.
That's true.
Yeah. There's a lot of old people. There's a lot of older people who donate and they got the best stuff.
They're like, just get rid of this. My kids, my grandkids, they don't want it.
Listen, and that has happened. That has happened a lot because, you get to a point like when you're my age and I'm old, I'm there. I got adult children and they're moving out and you're like, I'm cleaning out their room. So all of these things that they've had from the early 90s, which is really popular right now, all the games and the toys and all that kind of stuff, they're getting rid of them because they want their closet back. Their child has moved out of the house. It's all gone. If they don't want it anymore, it's gone. And that's when you go and you're like, oh, well, I'll take this My Little Pony set. I sure will.
Sure, I will.
I just need to mention something really quick. We just got issued a tornado warning here. So
you need to take cover.
Well,
go to the bathroom. You
can take over my phone. So,
oh my God.
See, our alarm had gone off, but I don't think it's for a tornado warning yet. But we are under a thunderstorm watch. But Daniel, it's probably gonna maybe come our way. Well, if you have to like seek shelter, then we want you to be safe.
Seriously.
Should you go sit in your bathtub?
I'm not for sure. I don't know. I'm trying to look at my stuff here.
If you need to like go off and then figure stuff out and then come back on, then you just use the same link and I'll bring you back on if you can.
Okay, let me do that just to make sure everything.
We want you to be safe.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, we're supposed to get some storms tonight.
Don't miss that about the States.
I bet. Although I love me a good old-fashioned thunderstorm.
I do too. Yeah.
And I think
they don't get tornadoes there.
Here, we had one not a tornado. It was like a little tiny wind thing. We had one that ripped a roof off of a shed. That was pretty much it. Our weather's pretty much the same all the time. Rainy, cold. In
Rainy.
the summer, we get rainy. No, in the summer, if it gets to 85 degrees, people are passing out because it's hot.
Oh,
Wow. Hot as in Texas, though, too? Texas has got some hot summers, though, right?
Oh,
Hotter than
Texas,
Texas.
I mean, here in the UK, if it's 85 degrees in the UK, people are like, "Ooh, no."
Oh, and you're like,
Yeah.
this is cool. It's not.
Oh, I'm like, this is winter in Texas. Woo.
hmm
Oh my gosh. All right, I'm going back because I've missed some. And again, if you're watching and you have a question, if you put it in all caps, it does help for it to be able to be seen. I'm trying to go through and I did see some more people from Facebook pop up. So thank you so much.
Ooh.
I'm always nervous to do because I really wanted to, when I'm streaming like my live sales, I wanted to do them via Facebook too. But I'm very nervous that will cause someone will say, well, I was first, because
Oh, yeah.
it won't show, it'll only show up on my end. And so I'm like,
Right.
oh, I don't know if I can handle
Mhm.
people being mad at me because,
Mm.
No.
they were first. Okay. I'm looking through. I went all the way back up. Church sales are amazing. Yes, they are. Everyone loves them a good church sale. Oh, Mazzy said that her friend went to a yard sale and bought a wooden naked lady devil statue
Okay.
at a church sale. They're like, oh, I
Lord.
get rid of this.
Oh, Michelle's on Facebook.
What?
Oh yeah. See, you can see her icon. It says that it has the little blue F or the white F.
Oh, yeah, there she is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I could do. Listen, if you're watching on Facebook, I'm going to try to figure it out. But if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, that's the best. That's the best way, because I know I'll be going live on. I mean, it's obviously live on YouTube. But okay. Bonnie says that they are under a tornado watch until 9:30 in Carroll County, Maryland.
Good Lord. It's
Lightning.
happening everywhere.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm going up. Okay. What Katie girl, thank you, Katie girl. What is one of the things that you collect, Dolores, besides brooches?
I recently started collecting birds.
Really? Like the
Glass
bluebirds?
birds. Well, I have a couple of bluebirds. Yes, I have what is it? The red bird of desire or whatever it's called. Cardinal of
The cardinal of
Cardinal of
Passion.
I got some
virtue, cardinal of virtue.
Cardinal virtue. Avondale glass birds from Wales. Just a little like the bird paperweights, and I don't know why. I just started becoming obsessed with glass birds.
Now listen, though, they're becoming very popular.
Very.
They are becoming very, very popular. So if you see one and you can get it for a good price.
Yeah. Well, I got two cardinals of what are they called? Cardinals of love,
Virtue.
Cardinals of virtue.
Yep.
On eBay during lockdown, and I paid very little for them, and they glowed. They glowed like that.
Really?
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't realize that some of them do. So if you have a black light, get that sucker out, and everything if you're getting ready to sell something, clear glass, green glass, pink glass, yellow glass, even amberina glass that doesn't glow in the middle will glow on the rims.
On the edge.
Yeah. And glass animals, sometimes the glass on the inside will glow.
Mm-hmm.
So just milk glass.
Milk glass.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Oh, hey, Nate. Hey, Nate.
Hey, Nate. I could do.
Oh, Melinda said
she's new avatar.
I know. I say, who is that man? That's not you, Nate, is it?
My.
Hello, Nate.
How you doing?
Oh, hello, LaDonna. LaDonna has a bird hoard.
Okay.
Oh,
LaDonna loves her some uranium.
Yes, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she does. Eclectic Treasure Hunter said that I was at a church rummage sale and the lady checking me out was a reseller too, and she wanted the stuff that I was buying. Well, she should have put it in a little pile. You know that before they open that yard sale, that rummage sale, they walk through and they shop first. You snooze, you lose. She should have put it in her little keeping pile.
She thought she was golden. She was going to show up when she decided to show up. You know, it was just the church's rummage sale. She wasn't on the clock. She wasn't getting paid for it.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, you snooze, you lose.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Ann, hello, Mary Ann Zaccarelli. She's got a fun name. How do you all hear about church sales? Is there an app for that?
That would be so good.
That would be great. Churchyardsales.net. No. Mainly I find out about them in the paper.
Yeah.
But a lot of people who are having yard sales do not advertise in the paper anymore. So if you have like a social media page for your community, I know that there is one here in our community, and she very nicely does. She asks people to send them their yard sale information, and then she'll post that on the community page. So if you've got like a town community or a area community social media page, sometimes they'll do that. But I do you guys do this? Let me know. Everybody that's in the chat, like when you wake up on a Saturday morning and you're like, I'm going to go to yard sales today, or Friday or Thursday, whenever you go, you follow the same route. Like I have like a route that I go that I know is off of busy roads. And so I know where there will be signs, because a lot of people don't advertise because it's expensive to put an ad in the paper. So you just look for a good sign.
Yeah.
That's how you get the yard sale. Yeah. Yeah.
And here's my thing too about a yard sale sign. If you're having a yard sale and you're making a yard sale sign, just put yard sale with an arrow or the address in big. Don't write down everything that you're having in your yard sale, because I'm driving in my car and I can't read it unless you're like you're putting on the sidewalk where people are going to be walking past. But
and don't use fine tip black marker.
Oh, no,
I can't read that either. Like
biggest, and don't use Crayola, because Crayola will wash away if it rains. But yeah,
I find that the church ones are pretty proactive about advertising. That's what I like. The one they're like, it'll be next week, 2 days from now. Here it comes. Like they seem to be very proactive in making sure that the community at large, through signs,
right, just a bright arrow works. Sometimes I get mad. I'm like, I'm not going to that yard sale because I didn't like their sign. Because it does make you mad when you or like, okay, if you're having a yard sale sign and your house is like 2 miles down the road, if you would just kindly put like 2 miles, because I don't want to drive 10 miles and I'm like, it's here somewhere. I'm committed now. I'm going to find it. And then I'm like, no, don't do it. And after your yard sale is over, take your sign down.
Because you're still looking for it the next week.
Right. We're having yard sale etiquette here on the Vintage Reseller. So put in the comments your thoughts on that. And you're just like, oh, God, take down the sign. I have actually gotten out of my car and have ripped down someone's old sign myself. Sometimes I want to take it to their house and leave it in their driveway.
Misty was having a day.
Then I'm going to be like the creepy creeper that came to my shop, and they're like, some crazy lady came to our house and put the sign in our driveway.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, and Ann's dad went all out. My dad professionally printed ours on painted wood in a metal stand.
Oh,
well, Ann.
And I tell you what, Ann, I bet you guys have yard sales every year. And then you guess what you do? You just use this sign again next year. Sign next year. Oh,
but then people, you know what? I think that Miss, you did actually have a good point, because if I saw somebody put that much time and effort into the sign, I'm like, what's going on over there? Just by virtue of the quality of the sign, that really, it does speak to buyers.
And said they did. They had one every year. See? Now, Deborah, how do you deal with people who come early to your sale? Now, I haven't had a yard sale in a very long time.
No.
But I have been to a yard sale where I probably came a little too early and people weren't happy with me. Have you guys had that experience?
I don't have yard sales.
No, but I mean, really, truly, how do you think I would deal with that? I mean,
I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'll come back.
I'd be like, that's okay. We ain't open till 8 o'clock, but we'll be here.
Right. No, normally if I've had a yard sale and someone comes early, I let them look because I'm not going to turn around. I'm not going to turn down $1. I'm just not going to do it. You know, if something isn't priced or I'm not ready, then I'll say, you know, this stuff isn't ready yet, but you can look over here at these things because they got money in their pockets. They're going to spend.
Yeah.
Kelly said, preach, Mr. Preach.
Preach on the yard sale.
My mom gets so pissed. Like, I don't care. Come help me set stuff out. Right. It's like, you want to spend money? You're coming here. You can spend money, and I will show you some stuff.
Well, while you're here, can you get the other end of that table? We need to move it right over here then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's so funny because now, like I said, I'll have people that will like look in the windows at the shop, and I have it to where like it's like you can't really see in unless you're trying really hard, and I'm like, go away.
You should get that film. Can you? Is that what
I
you
do.
have over it?
I do.
Okay.
But you can still see them.
Oh God, which makes it even more creepy because you're like,
Yes.
I know.
I shouldn't be seeing this.
And then like the cameras, because we all get notifications on our phone when there's any movement on any of the cameras. And so Mark's like, who is that looking in the window? I'm like, I don't know. And you know, and the thing of it is with these cameras, I can talk back. So I can be like, step away from the door. I've never done that, but I could.
The police have been notified.
Yeah. Well, we have had to call the police there was we have had to call the police. Let's just say that before. There was a guy that was just like, it was like he was sleeping on the bench in front of our thing. And, you know, okay, I'm rolling up. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, Michelle said, I may have given some major side eyes to the early birds, but I would let them shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could give them a sigh or two, like, yeah, I guess you can shop.
I mean, if you're coming that early, bring me donuts. You know?
Yes.
No, you just got to remind them looking's free, touching's $10. So
Yeah.
That's a good idea. And my kids used to always sell like lemonade and we went from lemonade to cans of pop, and the cans of pop, they made some money on that because you know, a case of pop is like what, $7-8, and they're selling them for 50 cents a can.
Yeah.
They're making some money.
Making some good money.
They're making some money. All right. I am pulling up. So we can continue to talk about yard sales if we want, but Julia has a good question. Do you base your vacation on thrifting sourcing?
Yes.
I don't know that I base it on that, but that's the first thing I look up is where the thrift stores are, wherever I'm at.
yeah. That I will agree with that.
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
And I mean, most all of my trips are business related anyway. You know, I am going to go on vacation for a week this summer in July, but I'm going to go to some thrift stores probably, but it's my only trip that isn't work related.
Right.
Let's see.
I mean, but isn't that like, that's like, you just, going shopping is the funnest part. It's the best part of reselling. So it's not even like, I mean, you don't want a vacation from that. You just want to go and find new places. So if you're going on vacation, there's an added bonus of being able to find a new place to shop.
It is. Well,
Yeah.
then sometimes you're like, man, the Goodwill here is so good. Why aren't they like this in my town? The people in this town are so lucky.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna hope Daniel's okay.
I
I
know,
know.
right?
Oh, Julie says in their community they only have 24 hours to take your signs down, or you get a
Oh, that's
fine
good.
from the city.
Hmm.
That's good.
I'm liking that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm scrolling down now. Oh, Tammy says she's going to Phoenix this summer and she's sourcing Tanala. And Tammy, you go to Mexico and source some Tanala. I don't know if you can get into Mexico. Is the border open in Mexico?
I think so. I think only
I know we can't
Canada.
go to Canada. Yeah. Oh, Brimfield. Have any of you been to Brimfield? I'm sure you have. I'm so jealous.
No.
Michael, you've never been to Brim. You're there.
No.
Michael, I'm so disappointed.
I know. I know.
I'm so disappointed in you, Michael. All right, what is
There's
your
a long line in front of you, Misty.
I doubt that. Look at me, guys. I'm drinking. It's still full of water. I've not hardly drank any of it today.
She's like, I hate water. Let me find the biggest water jug I can find.
Listen, you go big or you go home in my world. You either do it or you don't.
Okay.
If I say I'm drinking water, I'm drinking water. All right. Eclectic treasure hunter. What is your least favorite part of reselling? Hers is cleaning and taking pictures. I'm there with you, girl. I don't like that part either. Dolores, what's your least favorite part?
I think it's not necessarily my least favorite. The most time consuming is listing, because obviously I list. Listing. I don't mind taking the photographs. Dave does all the cleaning of the items, so I don't do that. And I think listing and I don't hate it. It's just that you have to, different Etsy and eBay are different, so you have to do different things for each one. They're not too dissimilar, but it's just a lot sometimes. And I work full time, so I've got to do it when I get home from work, and then I have to do it at the weekends, and then you know what I mean, or I have to snatch an hour here, or snatch an hour there to do it.
I tell you, and Michael, you guys are both, you work, other jobs besides reselling. And I say it all the time. Those of you that don't do this full time and work, you're reselling as well as working another 9 to 5. You are the hardest workers. Having been able to squeeze all of that in, plus the duties and responsibilities of holding down another job, which is kind of in a completely different mind space. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You take this hat off and then you go over and you put this hat on. That's a lot. You guys, I have to give it to you. That's a lot of responsibility and thought.
It's a welcome distraction for me. It's not even a distraction. Oh, yes. Yeah, it's exactly what Dolores said. And that's the thing. It's like, I get mad at the other job, not at this. I get mad at the other. I'm like, Misty, now I'm like in the morning because I can't get service like on my phone. So I'm like trying to update people's PayPal. And I'm like, I literally have to walk to the back of my store, and I can't stay at the back of my store. I'm like, this job is getting in my way.
Right.
It's like and then you feel like you're snatching hours here and there, and you're like, oh my gosh, that job.
Yeah. Dolores, is your job a completely opposite?
Completely. I work in a lab.
Oh yeah.
So it's completely different. Yeah.
And do you find like one is a good distraction from the other, like Michael said?
My lab job, it's not like a medical lab. It's a dye lab where we dye fabric.
Mm-hmm.
And it's automotive industry, so it's automotive textiles. So I work in textiles, and I find that I love doing reselling because it's so different, and
Mm-hmm.
I love it. And but here's what happened. So because the car industry is a little bit down at the moment, so I'm making fabric for cars that are coming out in 2023, 24. Okay. I work in research and development. So because the car industry here, we sell a lot of our cars to Europe, and Europe is still kind of really heavy with the pandemic and all. And also the microchips that were there was a shortage of them. Do you know what I mean? There's a shortage of microchips or microprocessors that go
No.
into. Yeah, there's a shortage, and they go into cars as well as everything. So that's stopped the assembly lines. So now we've been furloughed on Fridays.
Oh.
Oh, Dolores,
We still
guess
get
what?
paid. I know, right?
I'm gonna be off Fridays too. Girl, you gonna get 3 days off a week too?
You're getting Fridays off, Michael?
Yes.
What? You never told me that.
I'm getting paid
Yeah.
for it too.
I know.
Yep,
That's
'cause
so good. I mean, I'm. It's worrying that they're furloughing us because we have a furlough scheme here, so we still get, and it lasts until September. So for the next 2 months, we're all furloughed on Friday, which I could look at as a scary thing, or I could use that time wisely in
See,
my reselling.
you're
Yeah.
turning it in something that could potentially be a negative into a positive.
Wow.
And you're
Correct.
probably going to be making more money on Fridays,
Probably.
especially when you combine the two.
Mhm. That's
So,
how I look at it.
It's I could have, and it is worrying because obviously you don't know what the future is going to bring. So if I can make this work while I'm being furloughed, that's a bonus. So,
Right. Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
awesome. I mean, not being furloughed, but having
Right.
the opportunity to
yes,
really,
exactly.
you don't feel, that's exactly what you were saying. You don't feel like this impending sense of doom because you're like, no, I can make this work to your benefit.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Right. So, and it was like last summer when we were first locked down, I got very anxious about losing my job. And I was already selling like brooches and my handmade jewelry on Etsy. But I started to watch. I didn't even know there was resellers on YouTube. I didn't even know that a year ago. And I started the first reseller I started watching was Jocelyn.
Mm-hmm.
And it just her voice and watching what she did, it just calmed me. Do you know what I mean? That was just like, oh. And then that led me to you, to Misty, and led me to Jeffrey, led me to, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
And that's how I got started in reselling other things other than my own jewelry and brooches, because I was already selling the vintage brooches. And that, I have to say that watching all that saved my sanity. It really,
Mhm.
really did. I mean, you guys just don't know how you helped me out through that. That was a tough time. And then I'd go into the chats and talk to people, and that helped me out.
Yeah.
So this community, this helped me be able to like face whatever I needed to face because I had something to focus on.
Yeah.
And I want to thank you all for that because it really
Aw.
did help me.
Well, the thing of it is, I mean, people say that, but at the same token, the viewers that watch and comment and participate and purchase and give the likes and the thumbs ups and that is it's very endearing and it's very heartwarming as well. So I think that as much as you say that we've helped you, you've helped, we've all helped each other, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Because who would have thought that we would have had to all live through what we've lived through.
Correct.
And have been through. So I think that this community is just so wonderful and so wonderful about sharing experiences and sharing knowledge and helping one another. So I think that it's just a really good thing all around, all around.
Agreed.
Yeah. And the friendships that I've made, that, it's, it's been a tough year, but it's been also a very good year, I guess, as well. And it's hard to say that sometimes,
Right.
it's a difficult thing to say because it has been so horrible for so many people. But at the same time, again, you're trying to turn something that was a bad thing into something that's a positive thing. And I think that that's a good way to look at really anything in life. Following all of you is like visiting family. I agree. We all have those certain channels and those certain videos and the certain content creators that are our go-to people. I mean, we watch this channel and casually watch this channel and that channel, but we all have those channels, those core channels and it may be the ones that we've watched forever. And they're just like the ones that we first started and they're just near and dear. I mean, we all have those. And I do. I mean, I love to watch Jocelyn. I loved when I watched Jeffrey. I watched my Anna Eckhart and our Liz Retros. I mean, we all have our ones that were like, when we see that they've posted a video, we're like, oh, I get tremendously excited when Liz Retros posts a new video because she doesn't necessarily post one every single day. So when I see that she has one, I'm like, ooh, yay! It makes me happy.
Who would have known? Nobody ever would have guessed. But Misty Love.
Well, and now I really love Days with Jordan the Lion. I mean, if you're wanting a channel that isn't reselling related, it's completely not. Now he has gone to some antique stores in Los Angeles, which I think is pretty fascinating. But Days with Jordan the Lion is one that I like watch him nonstop. I mean, he's on and he's been doing this for, I think, for 4 or 5 years, and he does it daily. So he's had a vlog every single day. Wow. So he's got a lot to watch. So I just let him play, and my husband likes him, and we all really like him.
Oh, well, if Mark likes him, he must be good.
I mean, he's Mark approved.
Okay. I mean,
was that dark?
That alone.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, Maybelle she saw the cat outside. She wants to go hang out with the cat. Okay, let's see. Am I too bright? Were you watching in there?
Oh, the initial one popped in and we forgot, but you had it up there.
What one?
What was our best find?
Oh. Where was it at? Was it up there again?
It was a hot minute ago.
Way up there.
Yeah. It was a hot minute
ago.
Okay.
Well, we can go ahead. We can answer that. Let me take this one off. Okay, what was our best find? Dolores.
So far, my best find was Bristol glass. It was a blue glass swan, still in the box.
In the box?
And
Michael's like, what?
Yeah, still in the box. It's made in Bristol. Here, it was a blue glass swan. It was a double swan, and it was in the box.
It's because you found it in the box too, though. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a little shook.
Am I able to go over now? Where do you live exactly, Dolores?
We can jump in the plane. We got to go over to the Bristol, England. They're right there on the river. They built on the river to make sure they could export their glass. Oh, I know. Sad life.
Dave found it. My husband found it. Because he likes to thrift too. And he brought it home to me because I don't know if this is any good.
Oh my gosh.
I think it is.
Wow.
So that's the best thing I found so far.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. See, that's what I'm saying. I want to go over to Europe and I want to find the stuff that, okay, so, and then we'll get back to our favorite finds, but I'm just curious, Dolores. Mm-hmm. What is something over like, what is something that we would have that we see kind of a lot that's readily available to us here in the States that maybe would be something that's like people over in the UK would be like, oh, a Bristol vase still in the box? Have that reaction too.
Fairy lamp.
Really?
Really?
I've not ever seen them for sale here.
Randy girl, you go take all your stuff to fairy lamps to England. You could be a millionaire.
Mhm. Wow.
Randy girl's gonna have a trench coat full of fairy lamps.
Oh,
Do you want a fairy lamp?
I have one that I bought off of Beth from Carolina Princess Sweet Treats and Pretties. I bought it off of her, and I was like, I have to have this, and that's the only one I have.
Wow.
That's awesome. See,
Yeah.
they're now. So, what is something do you think? So, really, what about Randy's like? Okay, well, can I do that? Randy's like, she's going to be researching. She's going to make
So
sure
long
her
as you can wear
passports.
it in, sister, right? Just as long as it's on your body.
She's going to make
Yeah.
sure her passport's all up to date and everything. So, in the reverse of that, what do you think that you guys have in the UK that's something that's like readily available that we would be like, oh my gosh?
I think I mean, and I don't want to downplay this, but Wedgwood, we have a lot of Wedgwood because it actually, especially in this area, because it wasn't far from here. The production of it wasn't far from here. So
Right.
we come across a lot. What you don't see a lot of, is Eastgate pottery. They make like, let me see if I can find something. I have this here. Let me just get it. Stuff like this.
Randy fell out of her chair. Randy, are you okay?
We get stuff like this a lot. This is Eastgate pottery, and it's so cute. But I think y'all would like stuff like this that we get. That I don't think I've ever seen it over there.
You know, anything that's figural, I'm all about that. Anything with an animal, a face, anthropomorphic. Yeah, everyone's like, Randy said, where'd she go? Deer?
Deer.
Mhm.
Oh,
It's even got little plants in it, although it's a fake plant.
that's okay. Hey, you know what? They look real. That's all
Don't
that matters.
die.
Oh, Joanne. Do you have ketchup chips over there in the UK? Dolores?
No, we don't. But
Oh.
you did eat. Sorry.
I don't have ketchup chips or Mountain Dew. I don't know if I can do
They're
it.
crisps
No.
over there. They're not chips.
We have Cadbury chocolate. So.
Oh, there's Daniel.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah.
Oh, but
He's alive.
Is he sound like
The silence actually went off and everything. Usually they don't do that unless they've spotted something.
does Daniel sound like a robot?
Yeah.
You're Uncle Gato.
Do I need to go out and back in?
Yeah, go pop out and I'll pop you back in again. Katie said, oh my God, the aliens.
They work
His
tornadoes.
voice is in the tornado. His voice is in the tornado. Sounds like he's possessed. Oh,
Poor
Daniel.
Daniel.
Come back, Daniel. Daniel sounds like CP3O. Okay, let's see. He's back.
Hello, I am here.
You sound like a robot.
Am I still messing up?
Are we sure that's really Daniel?
Oh, Daniel.
No, this will be one for the books for you.
That's okay. That's okay.
This is the reality of it. This is the
That's
reality
right.
of it. It's technology.
We do.
A storm going on in Bedford, so that's probably what.
Yeah.
We do what we can on the Vintage Rescue Squad. We make it work.
Exactly.
Leave it to mess and copy as me.
already said you can just nod. You can just nod.
1 finger for yes, 2 for no.
You put subtitles on them?
Carrie said all of the electronics in her apartment just turned on.
You're so mean.
Oh my gosh, Daniel.
Poor Daniel.
I love it that this is my debut on Mr. Show.
You know what? You know what? It is okay, Daniel. I will. We love you, robot and all.
Yeah. The one night I had power kept going in and out. Don't worry about it. It's fun. You got to have fun with it.
Dolores Hazel wants to know, does Europe have Corningware?
Yeah, they have it here. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can get Corningware here. Similar.
Is it like the blue corn flour?
Yeah, you can get that here.
Am I a robot too?
No.
Okay.
Oh God, is it catching?
It's catching. Oh wait, look, Daniel, you're making this the best rescue squad ever.
It is.
Hey, Daniel,
Yes,
are you just on one device?
yes.
So weird because
Do you have a mic in? Can you put a mic in?
A mic? No.
or an ear.
Earbuds? Yeah.
Daniel can just sit there and look pretty.
Does your earbud have a microphone in it?
Oh, no, that was me.
Does that happen? I can't hear you.
Does your earbud have a microphone in it?
No.
You need one with a microphone. So that way when you talk, we can hear you. I feel like I'm hearing feedback even when I talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and talk amongst yourselves.
How weird.
Weren't we okay before?
Yeah. Maybe restart your computer.
Just, I mean, yeah.
I'll be back in time to play them.
Okay. Okay. He's going to come back.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you all, is everybody sounding okay? I know. I love Daniel. Oh, come back,
I do too.
Daniel.
He's
We love
so
Daniel.
good.
Tornadoes, aliens. Ugh.
So
It's a rough night.
let's take the time. Let's take the time out to make sure that everybody go and subscribe to Daniel's channel.
Yes.
Make sure that you go. I'm telling you what, he will make your day so much happier. He's just a sweet, sweet soul. I love him so much. Make sure that you go over and show him some love and subscribe to his channel. He's wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And Dolores is wonderful too. She's got a really fun channel. So make sure that you go over and check her channel out as well. The Twilight Zone. I know, isn't he lovely? I just love him. Daniel is the best. All of you put on your Martian antennas. Beep, 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 beep.
Neener, neener, neener.
I have to talk to Daniel at least once a day.
Oh, I know. I know. He's lovely. He is lovely.
Oh, hi, Sarah.
Where was Sarah at? I didn't see
Right
her.
there, you have her up on the screen.
Oh, there she is. Look at me. I'm so sorry, Sarah. I'm so sorry. Emma Pate need. Oh, wait. Was Emma in the chat? Oh, yeah. Emma says he still hasn't moved from his comfy chair. Oh, his official name is Dobby. Oh,
Dobby.
it was Toby. She changed it on me. My grandchild's name has changed. My grandcat.
He's named after
So
an
if
elf.
you guys are familiar with cats and adopting a cat from the Humane Society, and this cat is 10 months old, and I think was a feral. I'm pretty sure just by the way that he's kind of very kind of skittish. She's very worried that, he's never going to come around, but it takes time, right? Tiger says it takes time.
Yeah.
Did you know that this is the interesting thing, that cats associate safety with their physical surrounding? So Dobby just needs to equate where he physically is with his safety, whereas a dog equates safety with being with a person. Did you know that? I didn't know that, but I did find that out. You're learning here things on the Vintage Rescue Squad.
Okay,
You're lit.
I love it.
Yeah, I know. And the elderly poodle just got some new babies as well.
She did, Catherine.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, her cat is 10 months old, and she had her heart set on one cat, and then we went there and we visited them again today, and it just was kind of crazy. It was a little crazy. And this cat was just so chill. The thing of it is the cat had a cold, like they've treated it and everything, and it's fine, but it still has a sneeze every now and again. Yeah. I'm thinking, well, maybe he just doesn't feel very good. He got microchipped today. I don't know if the microchipping can maybe make them a little kind of. He had a big day.
There you go.
He's got to settle in.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think that he'll be just fine. I think that he'll be spoiled rotten.
He will.
So also, Daniel has a show every Sunday morning, Tacky Like Sunday Morning. So he says he's going to maybe sell some things on Sundays. Yeah. Yeah.
It's going to be good.
Oh, Mazzy says that when I worked at the Humane Society in Baltimore, we would tell adopters to keep the adopted cat in one room with food and water and a litter box and just chill out with the cat. And in a day or two, they'll come around, I think, to let it come out and roam around. That's kind of what she's doing now. She has it kind of shut. Basically her living room, her kitchen, and her dining room is all one room. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of a big room, but it's kind of not. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, Kelly, you're leaving. Bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye, Kelly. And this other cat that they looked at today did not like other cats. It was like no other cat. And so they thought if they decided to adopt another cat here in the future, which they're thinking about, then that wouldn't work. That wouldn't work. All right. Dobby is the best name. Okay. What else did we want to discuss, kids? We've got 10 minutes left, or about 12 minutes left. One thing that we touched on a little bit before we went live was a little bit of like YouTube etiquette, as far as, there are a lot of reseller channels. There are a lot of channels that are having live sales or live chats or live, like we're doing this now. And I've kind of always been the belief that, and Angela, bless her heart, she posts this calendar. It's a lovely calendar. She puts a lot of time and energy into it. Oh, wait, Daniel's back. We'll see if maybe. Well, maybe he's not. Oh, maybe he is.
Shall I speak now?
Oh,
yeah!
Thanks, guys, for coming. See you later.
No, you took your hat. Maybe it was the hat. The hat was like an antenna.
Picking up feedback.
Well, I don't know. I'm hot. My ears are red. Let's go.
But we're talking about the calendar, Daniel, a little bit, about how, Angela does such an amazing job on that calendar, and bless her heart. She's doing that for everybody to know when there's going to be sales. And so as as a viewer, they're perfect. So Angela Marksberry she has a YouTube channel and she has an Instagram page, and she does post the calendars, and it has all of the sales that people have let her know when they're having a sale. She has a calendar out. So it's lovely. The thing of it is if you are like, if I decide, which I won't, but just say I decided at 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, I just wanted to pop on and do a live chat or even have a live sale. But then there's somebody else that's having one at the same time. And there can be it makes you feel bad, but at the same time, that's the time that works best for you. So what are you guys feel about that? Oh, and she's on Discord too. Yeah, I forgot about the Discord. I shouldn't, but I did.
Social media.
And in the chat too. I mean, let me know. I mean, the thing of it is, if you are a bigger channel, and I don't like to use that. That's why I always put it in parentheses. And say I went live the same. Well, and we do on Monday nights. Tim from over the years, he has a live sale every Monday night at 8:00. But the only times that I could do this were Monday nights. And so the viewers are going to have a choice. I mean, sometimes they'll watch on both things. And I always say, if you want to go shopping, absolutely go to Tim's shop, support him. He's a small business, support him. You can watch this later. We're not selling anything. You can just listen to this later. But there's so many things that are happening that it makes it hard as a content creator to kind of follow your own schedule, what works for you, because we're working for ourselves, I mean, in the long run. But what do you guys think?
I think if you have a relationship with the other reseller, maybe that's a conversation y'all should have. Or, that's one way to do it. Or at the end of the day, there's not enough hours in the day. There's not enough days in the week for the amount of sales that happen. So you're going to either overlap or be close to the same time. I think other resellers understand that. I assume. I don't resell on YouTube. I mean, I did with Pamela once, but I think maybe that's a conversation that people should have with each other. Because you're not going to always please everybody, and it's your business. If that's what you do full time, that's your business,
right? That's
your living.
Yep.
Well,
Damien or Michael, go ahead.
Okay, so I think that there are a number of factors, and this is something certainly that obviously we've talked about in the past. It's no big secret. And it's exactly what Dolores said. There are a number of sales and chats and pop-up chats and scheduled premieres, and I mean, whatever it is, there's always going to be, whether somebody's posting even if somebody's posting a video, because there could be people that are posting videos right now that you're not watching, and that's delaying their view times. So there's just going to always be something that's going on. So at the end of the day, I think everybody has to put on their big person pants here and just kind of understand that it is what it is. We can't, I don't think that we can each individually get up, as I like to say, get up in your feelings about, well, Misty's having a sale and I'm trying to have a sale, but yet neither one of us ever talked about it. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. At the end of the day, are there bigger channels and are there smaller channels? There are, and that is simply by virtue of being what it is. Misty, you've been in this game a lot longer than I have. So yeah, it makes sense that you are a bigger channel. And it would behoove me to make a smart decision on my end if I know Misty Pate, Thrifty Junker Vintage Hunter, is going to be doing her sale Wednesday at 1 o'clock for approximately, I'm going to say 3 hours to be safe.
I'm trying
not
to
do a sale at the same time, because that's not your fault. That's my fault, because that's the choice that I'm making. And if we're going to do a pop-up sale, that's the key. A pop-up sale is something I think we all think of as unannounced, and you pop up and somebody else has popped up, well, somebody's probably going to attract more buyers than somebody else, whether that's because they have more subs or more importantly, if somebody has better items for sale. Because at the end of the day, as a buyer, I don't care how many subs you have. I care what you have to sell me. That is what's going to drive your business. Keep that in mind. If you can bring some fire, you think I come up here on these Tuesday sales with Michelle and Misty pulling out some dollar store stuff from the Goodwill because that's going to be what cuts it because that's what you guys want? No, ma'am. No. I go to the antique stores. I look for that stuff that's going to give you that you're going to be like, I'm going to that sale. Yes.
Have you posted pictures of the stuff that you're selling tomorrow?
No. Of course. Why would I do that?
Listen, Michelle and I are like, we're just going to sit in the corner and suck our thumbs because he is bringing some stuff tomorrow. I'm like,
that's what we said the last time, though. But that's the point. That's the point I want to make is that when we said last week that we wanted to do all offer ups, I meant what I said. And I also said that then is on us to bring you guys the stuff that you find worth it. Misty did a phenomenal job in doing that by literally allowing you guys to shop her shelves.
Yeah.
I don't know how much more like this is what I want to buy and this is what I'm going to go after than that. Really and truly, because it's quite literally right there. You know, Michelle and I, we got to up our game. I got to give you guys the stuff that you're going to be like, oh, okay. You didn't see before, that you're not going to find in your area. You know, those condition things, those special things, those wow things.
Yeah, he's got some wow things tomorrow.
But again, that's what's going to be, it doesn't matter who's on, when you're on. If you want to do a live sale, throw your hat in the game. Everybody's going to have to put on the big person pants. You know what I'm saying? And again, we can't be getting up in our feelings because I've got 100 subs and I want to do a sale and I expect 1,000 people to show up just by virtue of being live. That's not how it works. And I think that we really truly have to be realistic with our sales, with ourselves, and most importantly, our expectations. If you want to have a sale with 100 people, keep in mind this woman up here. How many subs do you have, Misty Pate?
20.
Almost 30.
No, not almost 30. 2,100. No, 21,000. I don't know.
So you get like 10,000 people coming to the sale every week, right? 10,000 people come to your sale.
I don't know about that.
Right? Expectation.
Maybe honestly, live sales they're not the most viewed videos. They're usually about 3,000.
Well, I mean about who actually show up in the live sale.
Oh,
are you getting that?
Maybe 400 people at once.
Listen to what she just said. She has 20,000+ subscribers, and that many people show up in a live sale. So if I have 100 subscribers, you're going to be lucky to get 5.
When I first started doing live sales, I didn't sell hardly anything. I mean, I just didn't. And Vinny has a good point too. Is that you have to build a following before you do a sale. Don't just do sales. Your customers, your following, your people that are watching you are gonna want to know you and connect with you, and that helps. That helps you be able to sell things because they're wanting that relationship, with you, and so they get to know you. I think that is a very, very important thing for you to connect with your viewers by answering emails promptly. I sometimes will get a little delayed, but I do sit down and I want to answer all of the emails that I can. Sometimes I don't have the answers, but I can help the best way that I can. But the thing of it is that I want to say though too about that is, with a larger channel going on, like say say I wanted to have a pop-up sale, like I said, at the same time somebody else was having a sale, I would be the one that would get roasted and all of the hate, because how dare I go live when somebody else is going live. But the thing of it is, I'm just like, oh, I'm going to have a pop-up sale. This is what works best for me. But I think that and Michael disagrees with me sometimes on this too. I think that it is a polite thing to do, to maybe say so-and-so is having a sale as well. You can go and check them out. But I don't know.
I think it's,
Go ahead.
Misty, that's why I am your friend, and that's why so many people adore you, is because you are so selfless in doing that. That is the truth. I'm just simply saying that it is not something that I feel that you should be obligated.
No, I don't think you should be obligated.
Do you know what I mean? Right. Because people are going to come at you being like, well, Misty, you are the, that is a fact, yes. But at the end of the day, you literally do that to what could be the detriment to your own business. So, you know what I mean? Like, again, it's something that I absolutely love and adore about you, and wouldn't want you to change, to be honest. But I'm also that.
Well, I'm just saying, I think for the most part, everyone in this community is very supportive of one another for the most part. But this is everyone is running a business. A lot of us are doing this full time. This is how we earn our living. So you have to, I don't want to say you have to put yourself first, but you have to put your business first. If this is what you're doing to pay your bills, that is your number one priority, is your business and your entity. But I think it's always a good idea to be very considerate. But you can only go so far.
Sorry, I didn't realize we were going to get so passionate.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Dolores.
Oh, you also worked very hard to get to where you are. So you didn't just jump on here one day and have 21,000 subscribers. Do you know?
No.
You worked very hard to get, and you do the work to get to where you are. So I just feel like if someone, who has less subscribers, maybe has an issue, it's like, well, it's your business. It's what you do. It's your living.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I personally wouldn't go on the same time. If I was doing live sales, I'd make dang sure I wasn't going on when Misty was going on. You know what I mean? Because I just wouldn't.
Well, and I think that's why I feel very safe and secure at my Wednesday at 1:00 Eastern, because it's during the day. And I know that some people can't do that during the day. And so that's why I like having and I know Daniel's going to do his on Sunday mornings if he has one, but that's going to be a Sunday morning sale is very hard. So I'm going to tell you right now, you guys better go to Daniel's Sunday sales, because here's the thing too. I want to say, if as a buyer, I would want to go to a smaller channel sale that maybe isn't having as many people watching an item, because I'm going to have a better chance of getting that item.
And Daniel, what time?
Okay, so let me speak from my perspective of not knowing what the heck I'm doing.
We love it.
Being a tiny.
You're not tiny channel.
Shush. Let me speak. Shush. Okay. Tiny talk here. Tiny tacky talk. Okay. So I decided on Sunday mornings, because nobody's there. 9:30 is early. It's early Central Time. It's way early, way out in California. People are starting, and you have to start. You have to start something. You have to stay consistent, and people start to know, hey, they're going to be there. I'm starting to get, this last Sunday, I had more people on there than I have ever seen. And we can call it sales, but to me, I'm just practicing. I do what I call a thrice tacky, which is 3 items, or a twice thrice tacky, which is 6 items. I'm basically teaching myself live sales and how to do it. and having fun and knowing that if nothing sells, which has happened several times, it's fine. I don't care. I'm doing it for me to entertain me and maybe entertain everybody else while we're doing it. And if somebody gets something out of it, then fine. I will ship it to you immediately as quick as you pay it. And then I've gotten lazy about doing edited videos. I am no Misty or Michael. I'm doing lives with those too because I like the interaction, and they are 9 o'clock in the morning once again when everybody's getting ready for work, nobody's around. But it works for me because I can do it before I go to work, and for me, I feel like I'm stepping on no one's toes. I know full well that the sales are of an evening. That's where it's at, unless you are like Misty, who has her followers, who has worked her butt off. This is where you start. I know I have a long way to go, but I'm enjoying myself while I do it. And if something comes of it, it does. If not, I laugh at my own jokes.
I have a feeling you make a lot of people laugh too. And that's an important, powerful gift.
I'm telling you what, you got Daniel. He's a gem. I mean, he just make. If you're having a grouchy day, you turn on one of his videos and he instantly takes you to a happier place because he's so honest. He's so honest and real and genuine. And like, if he's like, I don't know what I'm doing. And he's relatable. You can relate to him. I just love you.
The other thing I want to say to smaller channels. I mean, it's good to have Michael. It's good to have Misty and Jocelyn and Jeffrey and, Dee and Thriller the Thrift, it's good to have those, but don't get comparing yourself. You will get depressed, you will get frustrated, and you will quit. Just compare yourself. Those are goals. You can learn from them. You can take from each one what works for you. Try different things. That's what I've been doing. But and I'm speaking from experience. You cannot judge yourself as a starting out person compared to those who've been working for years at this. You just can't.
Yeah.
You have to know your path.
Yep. I agree. We're getting ready to go. This is just such a great topic. And I think that it's a topic that a lot of people have a lot of passion about because it does hit home because if you're a content creator in this reselling community, it's a topic that does worry you because you don't want to hurt someone. You don't want to hurt someone's business. You don't want to hurt their feelings. You don't want to, you don't want, you just want everyone to be happy.
Well, you want to be respectful of everybody.
You want to be respectful. You want to be respected. You want to be respectful. I think those are all really good things that we're all, striving to do. I know that Mazzy had said something like, what do you, and I see a lot of people answer this question, and I agree with all the answers that I'm seeing. When you have a reseller on YouTube who is nasty to other resellers, do you think the viewers should know? But I guess that would make drama. I wouldn't. I would just listen. Here's the thing. The viewers can tell when someone's being genuine and someone's being a jerk. They can see right through it, and time will, it'll come out in the wash, I guess. But I think that I just don't like drama. I don't want to perpetuate any drama. I don't want it to be brought on to me. I don't want it to come out of me. It just needs to be ignored. And trust me, there was some drama going on in my world, a couple years ago that kept re-entering and re-entering. You just ignore it. You're not in middle school. You're an adult. Just ignore it and go on. So, I mean, it's just, you just carry on. Being drama free.
If they ain't paying your bills, don't pay them no mind, honey.
Right.
Amen.
Let karma do its thing, Tiggs. That's right. Let karma do its thing. So yeah, being positive, I think, is a very, very important thing. Do I have bad days? Yes. Do I want to scream and yell? Yes. But I think it's very, very important to have those people that you can trust and you can go to and you can vent to, and you know that have an ear for you to listen to, and not air that negativity in your videos and in your channel, because people aren't tuning in to see negativity. They're tuning in to see happiness, like Daniel. Just look at that face.
I know.
Just look at that face. Just look at that face. We just, I mean, it's just fun. I mean, this community is an awesome, brilliant community. We're going to have a company picnic, hopefully someday. We keep talking about it. We want to have a company picnic. Maybe we all should just go to Dolores's house.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll all go to the UK, but I will bring my Mountain Dew, and Sandra Outerbridge can come and she can bring some ketchup potato chips, and we'll have a party.
Misty, I'm hoping to meet you on May 15th.
Yeah. Are you
going?
May 15th? Little baby Jeff is having his pop-up shop. And let me tell you, he has been working, oh my gosh, so hard. When I talk to him, I can see the dark circles under his eyes. He has been replacing flooring in his bathroom. He's thinking about painting his entire building. No. So I kind of have to reel him in.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
I love him.
But he is working so hard. And he is a lovely, lovely guy. And he just, I don't know. I love him to death. I will knock him down and smack him around a little bit, but he knows that.
A little.
Hey, Misty.
Well, yeah. I mean, when Liz Retros was, Daniel.
Charlie wanted to say hi, Misty.
Not Charlie.
Charlie
needs to go back in the ground where Charlie came from.
I've already said this about Charlie. You need to go.
Hi. He saved me through the tornado. He told me it was okay.
He probably conjured the tornado and he's sending it to my house next. But thank you guys so much. Monday nights are so fun because we can just this is what this is for us to, if we have something that we want to talk about that maybe we're like, I don't really quite know, just like Mazzy's question, I think it's good for all of us to be able to kind of bounce back those comments to one another and get it all out in the open. And it is feedback, right? Feedback. It is constructive criticism is wonderful. Be nice. Listen, I've had someone tell me like, they don't like the way I talk, and I can't help that. That's just the way I talk. That's just the way I am.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, but constructive criticism, like, can you slow down? I mean, you can ask that in a nice way. Don't tell me I'm making you sick or making your head spin. But you can be like, Misty, I would love to see. Well, and someone did that. I would love to, when you come across Fiesta, I would love to see more of the Fiesta. That's a great that's a great criticism, because I could be, there's Fiesta. I'm going to slow down and show it all. So that's the way to do it. So keep that out there. I love that. But you guys, thank you so much. I want to thank Dolores and Daniel for coming on tonight. Please go subscribe to their channels. They're lovely. You will not be disappointed. Michael, go subscribe to his channel. He is lovely. You will not be disappointed. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you are. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, we will have the Three's Company live vintage sale, and Michael's bringing some fire.
Mm-hmm.
All I got to say.
I love it because I'm off of work at that time.
Ooh.
And it's all offer ups, so your lag isn't going to matter. A lot of people liked it, some people didn't, but it works. We're still deciding how many things we're going to sell because we don't quite know. We're going to see how it goes. That's the thing. If we can get the things sold faster, then we can sell more. So we're trying to do that. And also my live sale is Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on my YouTube channel. The sale tomorrow will be on Michelle Comfy Cozy Living's channel. Next week, the Vintage Rescue Squad is moving locations. It's going to Pennsylvania.
Oh my
It
God.
is.
Well, I'm not going to Pennsylvania. Yet. I'm coming.
Oh, okay. I thought you were all going to be there.
But Michael, you want to go ahead and tell us the news?
So next week's Vintage Rescue Squad is going to be hosted for the first time on the Cult of Vintage. Miss D has generously agreed to share her baby with me and to then be able to share it with everybody else in return on the Cult of Vintage YouTube channel. So thank you.
Michael is choosing his guest. Do you know?
Yes, to be announced.
Oh, to be announced. It's going to be a cliff hanger. But then, so what we're going to do is we're going to start doing it every other week. So one week it'll be on mine, the next week it'll be on his. So make sure that you are following us on Instagram as well. We will be, announcing it quite often and reminding you. But it will be back on my channel again the following week, and I'm going to have Toledo Antiques on there in the chat. And my girls, Fatbird Finds, are going to rejoin us back again. So, it's going to be a good time. So you have to stay tuned to find out who our guests are going to be. I already know, but I'll let Michael say.
I got to firm everything up before we announce.
Right. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And make sure you go show these lovely people some love and subscribe to their channels, watch their videos, leave them thumbs ups and comments. And we will see you next week on the Cult of Vintage channel. Thank you guys so much.
Daniel, you stuck in there, you trooper.
You trooper, Daniel. You trooper.